finna react to some more of that boy Don. I love watching young Don content. I do. He talks some real stuff. So let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what they're talking about. This says the dark psychology of looks maxing. I need to start looks maxing. From what I understand from the word maxing, this mean like putting your all, like every 100% into doing like a certain something. You feel me? What to do, Lauren Kill? Real down it. But what I think looks maxing is like when you max something out, like you're literally maxing that out. Like you're like a credit card. You spend it back to back to back every day, like maxing it out. So when I think of like shit like looks maxing, it's like you go every day going hard on doing whatever it is that is prefixing the maxing part type shit. So that's what I think looks maxing is. And I need to looks max. I need better clothes. I need to take care of my skin. I need to brush my teeth 2 times a day because I've been struggling with that. I go to sleep before I can make it to the bathroom to brush my teeth for a second time. And I'm not proud of it, but me saying it now, I might just change that. But let's watch this video, see what our boy Don talking about. Oh, we posted this 9 minutes ago. Let's go. Come on. All right, let's go.
Men, endless men coming to Istanbul specifically just to get their hair done. And as soon as I saw the scale of this thing, there was one thought in my head, and that was that when I was growing up, when I was younger, it would have been unimaginable for a man to get a hair transplant back in the 2000s. And I'm not talking about the technology. It would have been unimaginable for the simple reason that if you got a hair transplant, all of your male—
You're a bitch! You're gay!
It's tough. You gotta you's a bitch for not wanting to be bald? Nah, cuz. Nah, cuz. I don't know, cuz. Well, it's one thing, and I got hair. I got hair. I might not have this my whole life, but you feel me? It's one thing to be like, hey, look, I understand where some people come from. Like, you should live in your truth and stuff like that. And, like, you feel me? Like, if you bald, be bald. But what I say is, like, if it make you confident to do it. I'm not opposed to surgeries. I'm not opposed to whatever. If it's gonna make you feel like a more confident you, if it's gonna make you feel like a better version of yourself, to do that. Not everybody blessed enough to have everything, to be born with every trait they wanted to be born with. You know what I'm saying? What There's no character customization in the real world. The only way you can customize, you got a main character. The only way you can customize them is buying clothes. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? If you want to if you want to spend your money on changing the way that you look, I cannot be opposed to it. I don't care. I'm pro BBLs. What the fuck is you talking about? Let's go.
The dark psychology behind Lookmaxxing. Video by Jimmy the Giant. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into this one. Lookmaxxing, man, it's all the rage. Everyone's talking about it. What's going on?
What's going on, betas? Giga Chad Jimmy here, and today I'll teach you 5 tricks to fill that empty void in your soul.
Wow.
Lookmaxxing. You've probably heard of it if you've been on the internet lately. Bone smashing, mewing, leg lengthening surgery. These days, in 2025, young lads are not out skateboarding and crushing punaan. Instead, they're staying indoors and making themselves really beautiful. Pumping themselves with testosterone, flying out to Poland to get their legs lengthened, and like hitting their cheekbones with a hammer. Am I beautiful yet?
Is that where they're doing that? Poland? I just had a guy from Poland comment on my last video. Okay, that's where you go get taller? All right.
And I really kind of want to figure out why
them get
are they
taller,
doing
grow the
this.
turkey
And
to
for us
get
to
more
answer this
hair.
question, we need to explore the evolution of male beauty standards, the evolution of masculinity, the effect all of this stuff is having on young men's mental health, and we need to explore the dark politics at the root of all of this. So today, we will explore Lookmaxxing.
Okay.
So this video for me really starts back in summer, where I got an email from a company called Elite Hair who offered to sponsor me a hair transplant. I was kind of offended because I didn't need one. Look at this bad boy, come on. So what I did, I said I would agree to it if I'm allowed to say whatever I want and talk about the dark side of cosmetic surgery, which they agreed to, and if I can give the hair surgery to a friend that really fucking needs it. Amazingly, they agreed. And so here we must introduce my friend, Alex.
Just that I was
W friend, bro. W friend. Imagine that. You get a free hair transplant because you're an influencer, but you've been blessed by the gods with amazing hairline. And you give it to one of your friends who's got that chop shit. That's a W man's right there.
like hair loss for a long time, and I actually made my own TikTok video about it. I was trying to like say, if you have a haircut like this, it can help you look good, and everyone was like, no, it doesn't.
Now my boy thought he was gonna, give some men inspiration if they're balding.
Bro, I'm telling you though, this is a curse. Going bald it's terrible, man. And look, if you're a guy listening to this and you're balding or you're going bald, that sucks, bro.
Tough. Don't laugh.
Because like just use your imagination here, right? Look at him. How old does this guy look? Minimum late 30s. Just imagine just a thick swooping like fucking shit right here, dude. All of a sudden,
dude from
he's getting the chicks, dude. He's just getting the chicks, dude. I give everybody a black hairline. I don't know how to do anything else, bro. I always give you a shape up, bro. But yeah, listen, man, you don't got to go out sad, man. There are things you can do. Keep your hair healthy, man. Shit.
And out the post backfired and he just got obliterated in the comments. Now these comments that you're reading here, they were pretty mild compared to some of the comments that we will go on to see in the Lookmaxxing forums. So yeah, me and Alex, we headed out to Turkey, and as soon as you arrive, you see this conveyor belt of men, endless men, coming to Istanbul specifically just to get their hair done. And as soon as I saw the scale of this thing, there was one thought in my head, and that was that when I was growing up, when I was younger, it would have been unimaginable for a man to get a hair transplant back in the 2000s. And I'm not talking about the technology. It would have been unimaginable for the simple reason that if you got a hair transplant, all of your male...
You're a bitch! You're gay!
...friends would call you gay. Yeah. If you grew up in the 90s or the 2000s, you'll remember this period of time where everyone would use the word gay as an insult.
Ian, wake up, faggot. Judge rolls in 20s.
As crazy as I seen that movie.
2000.
What's crazy is I seen that movie, and that guy that just said that turned out to be gay. That was a really good movie. I don't know if it was good, but it had boobs, and I was young, so I liked it.
They're still doing that now, sir.
So if you want to ride to work, you better get your poop in a group.
Okay, I'll be right down.
No, now, Clay Aiken.
All right.
No, now, homo.
Just give me a minute.
No. Now, sissy.
This is a very important phenomena for us in understanding the current obsession with Lookmaxxing. So yeah, young boys growing up in the 90s and the 2000s were growing up in a very weird time because there were some major cultural shifts that were happening. Firstly, there was this big moral panic back in the 80s around gay people due to the AIDS epidemic. Gay people were basically being scapegoated for the spread of this disease. And in 1988 in the UK, there was a law that was passed called Section 28.
Now the rest of the news. The government is to ban the promotion of homosexuality in schools.
What is this video about?
Obviously
anymore? Don't. What is this video about anymore? I have no idea.
Want children taught that the gay and lesbian lifestyle is natural or normal. It is not. It never has been, and it never will be.
This law made discussing...
You know, it's crazy when you think about it, because they're like, we need to ban the promotion of homosexuality in schools. But there was none. Yet gay people just kept existing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a point in time where no one's talking about being gay in school. You're not seeing it on the television. Like, it's not being promoted or spoken about in a positive way to normalize it, to say, hey, these are just other members of our society and they like fucking with people that got the same machinery.
People like making fun of people that are different. You know what I'm saying? Everything is an insult. Everything is an insult. No cap. Like, you gotta imagine how many people exist in the world. How many people are black? You go up to a white person, they'll use being black as an insult. You go to you'll go to a skinny person, they'll use being fat as an insult. So you go up to straight people and some very, very straight people who are also assholes. Chris, you could get out the cage now. Come here. Some very straight people who are assholes would use being gay as an insult. People use everything as an insult. Yo, a lot of hair having ass. Oh no, that was bad.
Is them. And you know what I'm saying? They're just like us. They just into different shit. You feel me? And so that wasn't a thing, right? Yet they existed. Right? If being gay is something you learn, explain the first gay person. Explain the first gay person. Explain the first trans person if it's something that is taught. Don't make sense.
Homosexuality in school illegal. So you couldn't learn about it. You couldn't understand why people were gay or anything about it because the schools weren't allowed to tell you. Right. Another shift that happened, you know, back in the 70s and 80s was feminism. Women's participation into the workforce was on the increase. And the old male breadwinner identity of the past had been threatened. As well, the 90s was just after.
Oh, I choked on my own spit. Oh my God. Okay, we'll go.
The 80s glam rock, gender bending kind of era, where people like Prince and David Bowie were massive figures. I mean, look, Ricky Gervais.
Oh, Prince, he got that motion on him.
Used to dress like this. It was completely.
Nah, run that shit back. This nigga, what the fuck?
After the 80s glam rock, gender bending kind of era, where people like Prince and David Bowie were massive figures. I mean, look, Ricky Gervais used to.
Nigga's spine is like fucking jello.
Oh yeah, the 90s and the 2000s became this massive cultural backlash, like the pendulum swinging the other way, and resulted in this like cartoonishly hyper masculine culture.
Oh, okay.
You son of a bitch.
What a fucking weird shot.
That's
bro, like that
meme,
shot
bro.
is weird, dude.
Son of a bitch. What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
I'm talking Rambo, I'm talking WWE, football hooliganism, lads mags. All of these things were basically telling men that, you know, emotions are gay, beauty routines were definitely gay, fashion was gay. Any deviation from like baggy jeans, skate shoes, and a t-shirt, and you would be scolded by the simple act of someone calling you gay. And what the word gay was doing when it was used as an insult was largely used as kind of a way for men to police other men's behaviors. But then things would take a turn with the introduction of metrosexuality.
The rest of us can just relax because guess who's here? Guess who's here? I'll tell you who's here.
Is he finna pull out a
Sexiest
metro?
man alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's that?
Alright, so David fucking Beckham, he rocks up wearing a sarong. The boy's skin glowing, moistured to perfection. Groomed stubble, jewellery, blonde highlights in his hair.
I was asked to shave it off when I first did it. I was sat in the changing room and I had a hat on at the time because Sir Alex Ferguson hadn't seen it. So obviously that was interesting.
Bro, just imagine if he had a clapped hairline, bro.
Oh boy,
like,
Wolverine.
it does so much. The hair is important. Take care of your hair, fellas.
I took my hat off and we had an hour before the kickoff and he said, go and shave it off.
Really? Like, the boy was pushing boundaries, right? And the thing is, ladies fucking loved him. He was literally married to Posh Spice, a major female celebrity. And for young boys, right, imagine what this was doing to their head. They're being told that they're only allowed to dress like a Tony Hawk's NPC, but increasingly male celebrities were looking more and more feminine. I mean, if you contrast David Beckham, Orlando Bloom, Jared Leto against fucking Sylvester Stallone, Vin Diesel, Arnold Schwarzenegger, clearly a contradiction was emerging. Next thing you know, it's 2010s, and if you're not wearing skinny jeans,
I cannot get on this shit, bro. I will never get on this. My balls need to breathe, bro. What the fuck, dude? This shit is insane. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? Look at this nigga's collar, bro. Shit, it's just too tight. Everything's tight. Look, this is my approach to it. It's all about balance. See, this is better.
Nigga, I got bigger, bro. Like, all my like joggers was tight, bro. Cause I had came up 50 pounds, boss. Cause life be lifing sometimes, cuz. I done came up 50 pounds. Nigga, I was 170, nigga. Bro, nigga. I'm like 115, boss. I'm up there, cuz. I ain't gonna lie. I had to throw all my joggers away, cuz all my jeans, I couldn't fit all that shit. I had to buy new clothes, because I was not about to keep coming out the house looking like this. This is unacceptable. Skinny jeans, nah, cuz it ain't a wave. Even when the new boys was doing it, I bought like 2-3 pairs of skinny jeans. I ain't gonna lie. I done fell into the trends. I done got me some skinny jeans. I done wore them a couple times too, but I ain't gonna lie. Inside of my heart, I hated it. Inside of my heart, I hated it. Bro. But I still did it because it was the trend and I was a teenager. I was good.
This is better to a degree because it's the contrast. You feel me? We got baggy up top, loose up top, tight down bottom. But here's the thing. I'm never a tight down bottom kind of guy. I'm not, bro. I need at least this area right here needs to be loose, bro. This area needs to be loose. It can get tapered at the bottom. That's fine. Okay? That's just me, though. Do whatever makes you happy. But I can't get on this shit, bro. I can't get with this.
Squeezing your muscles into a tight Fred Perry, or you weren't getting your weekly skin fade or your nice tight top knot, all of a sudden, now you are the weird one. And like, I think that's interesting, right? How quickly, traditional masculine roles changed in such a period of time. And maybe it's good that men were allowed to explore this stuff, but there was definitely one group of people that this was particularly good for: the beauty industry.
Men are getting prettier. The era of highlighting masculine macho beauty has faded, and now pornimam, or pretty-faced men, are at center of the new fad for makeup.
The male beauty industry has exploded in recent years. I couldn't even find data on it back in like the 90s and the 2000s. That's how small it was. It went from being valued at 17.5 billion in 2015 to 202.
Bro, here's how I look at it, nigga. It's like you get one body, bro. This is your one body. This is the only vehicle you will have this entire lifetime for your soul, right? If you only had one car, if you knew you were getting a car and it was only going to be one car, how would you treat it, right? Would you not get a new fresh paint, a fresh coat of paint on it? Get it waxed? Get all the dents out, right? Fix the alignment? Put some good tires on that bitch? Wouldn't you do that, huh?
Again, back to my point earlier, man. I'm pro BBL. Would you not put some monster truck wheels on that mud? Oh, hood.
Get it tinted, right? And if you got the money, put in a better engine. Ooh. Put on a better exhaust.
Ooh.
Wouldn't you do that? I would do that. And so why is it, and that is what we do with our cars. It's what we do with our computer setups. It's what we do with our fucking all of this shit, none of which is as valuable, as important as our vessel, bro. Yet somehow you have been convinced that taking care of your vessel is somehow gay or weird. Yeah.
No, bro. Taking care of yourself, bro.
2.6 billion in 2022. And that was the big thing I noticed at the Elite Hair Clinic was that, honestly, from what I saw, it was like 90% men. And it's not that they don't offer stuff for women like they did, and you do see women there. But clearly, men getting hair transplants has become like a core demographic. And that shocked me, because if you travel back 20 to 25 years ago, the beauty industry was entirely aimed at women. You know, women were the ones being tortured by the magazines, you know, Cosmo, Glamour, Heat. Like, the stuff they would say to women was cruel. Like, they were being forced to be like super thin, to be like a size 0. For a period of time, they were being told that they need to chase the heroin chic and try and lose so much weight that you get like a thigh gap. And that's what the magazines did, right? They would shame women and force them to pursue like an unrealistic beauty standard. Why? So that they could sell them shit.
If you scroll through the hashtag self-care on TikTok, you'll see countless videos of women hoarding skincare products and indulging in beauty maintenance services. In the age of social media, consumerism has hijacked the concept of self-care, reducing it to products and services geared towards external validation.
But now, right, from like the mid-2010s onward, for the first time in like modern history, we were seeing these same marketing strategies being used on men.
To answer the question, which is why is it that, you know, young men and women continue to sacrifice parts of their lives in order to get more and more and more and more, I think it's because, aside of the immediate financial relief, consumerism is built. I mean, you've spoken about this. Consumerism is built on a sense of inadequacy.
But it wasn't just the potential to sell beauty products to men that would give rise to what has now become Lookmaxxing. There were other things that were happening in the background that was creating a deeper insecurity in young men. Okay. According to a 2024 UK report, fewer and fewer young people are having sex or having relationships compared to past decades. Right. Almost half of American Gen Z men report having zero romantic experience in their teens. Damn. And a lot of this can really directly be tied to like the post-2010s decrease in what is called third places. Third places being just, you know, communal places outside of your home and your work. Places that you can just hang out, socialize. They have been shutting down at an alarming rate, and you can see it in the data. And like, it's kind of obvious, right? If it costs you like £100 to leave your house to get some food.
It is so, it had to be so much easier to find somebody to date when that was just normal, bro. Where also, if you wanted to interact with people, there was no social media. There was no getting online, bro. It was like you had to go down to that spot. You feel me? And everybody's there. 7 days a week, people are there. New people are there every day, bro. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying, going to the skate park, the roller rink. You feel me? It's so sad that that's just not how society is anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Some beer and do some activity. Well, if you have a generation of young people that are making less and less money as prices are going up to do activities, doom scrolling TikTok Lookmaxxing videos and swiping on Tinder, well, that's for free. Increasingly, the online world becomes the new third place. And like, there's a lot to blame about the dating apps, but really the dating apps are a solution to the material problem of a shrinking social life, a lack of free time and a lack of disposable income. But the thing is about the apps is basically everyone fucking hates them. Most dating app users report feeling emotionally exhausted from them. And that's because when romance becomes algorithmic and placed on a platform, that platform becomes a hyper-competitive marketplace. Right. And in this new modern marketplace, there would of course be a new form of currency, sexual capital.
I knew I wasn't a bad-looking guy, but I hadn't been on a date in 1,042 days. Jeez, I sought to find the blueprint for dating apps. I got so many matches that I started scheduling dates every single day.
Wow.
And ended up going on 30 dates in 30 days.
God damn.
Now, online dating is very different to dating in real life.
Facts.
Real world feedback from, you know, trying to talk to someone you like. It works out sometimes, it doesn't sometimes. That feedback is quite literally the thing that shapes one's personality and one's confidence. You know, perhaps you're an average looking guy and you go to a house party and you're a bit nervous, you're a bit awkward, and then you have a couple of beers, you relax, you crack a fucking banger of a joke, you make some cute girl laugh, and you score a little kiss on the cheek. You might have been a nervous wreck slick when you entered that house party, but now you're walking home like fucking Billy Big Bollocks. But when that real life experience disappears, but you still...
But here's the thing, this guy's just fat, but he's got all the other pieces. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to lose weight. That's a situation with a lot of y'all, man. You have to understand, man, like
I've seen that video. He confident. He got mad money, mad motion. You feel me? That's my boy. I think his name's Zach. He got mad motion. He used to date Madison Beer. Bro, like y'all look at him because he fat, but there's really an eight-pack under there. Dead neck. If you know, you know.
the cure is in the poison. What do I mean by this? Okay, with our phones, for instance, we have access to all the information in the world. Nowadays, books are on, on fucking PDFs. You can find so many amazing books that can fill your mind with knowledge and understanding on your phone for free. But what do you choose to do? Watch Skibbity Toilet. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to build muscle now because getting the amount of calories and the protein and having access to the workout equipment, it's so available. But instead, what do? We overeat. You know what I'm saying? And so because of this, because most people fall into those traps, bro, if you can just like do the thing of like just not falling into the trap, get in good shape, take care of your skin, take care of your hair, spend 15 minutes a day reading, you are going to stand out in a way where in the past you needed to do so much more than that to stand apart. You get what I'm saying?
Live in a society that the magazines, the films, the television endlessly glorify celebrity men and which beautiful woman they're with, in a culture that is deeply obsessed with your status, with wealth, with power. Young men continuously get fed a message that unless you are attractive to beautiful women, then you're a loser, a virgin. And what's more, on top of that, and arguably more important to young men, is that if you are a loser, other men won't consider you a real man. So yeah, think about it, right? What if you are one of these young, awkward, nerdy boys, which is kind of most boys, and maybe you haven't found yourself yet, or you might not have found people that are similar to you? Well, these young lads...
I got a point. I ain't gonna lie. It was a point in time where I felt like I was never gonna, like, get women and shit. Bruh. But then I started consuming different content. I started doing different stuff with like my life. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my friend groups and like a lot of content I would consume and just stuff like that was all like this I don't know, how do you say it? Like it was all things that women particularly wasn't into. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You feel me? And that's okay. You can still get women in those spaces, but I wasn't necessarily worried about the way that I look and stuff like that. So I was so subconsciously I just stopped caring about the way that I looked. And then it was just I fell into like this place and I didn't know I was in this place where it was just like you can tell that I'm probably not in the best headspace when it was coming to the way that I looked and I didn't necessarily care about myself. You know what I'm saying? It was just wearing the same pair of jeans twice in a row, not washing my hair, not oiling my hair and stuff like that. Like you feel me? Like I'm going like I have beat Crocs on, wearing them at work. Like I'm beat Crocs, like falling off the bone. I'm wearing boneless Crocs at work, bro. No cap. And it was just once I started consuming content like from Don, from niggas like shout out Taekwondo, shout out Prime Time Hitler. Is that Hitler? Prom. Fuck it, we just go call him prom. I was watching niggas like those, and these niggas stay crispy. These niggas stay getting women. They stay confident. Bro. After like a couple months, bro, I started what? I'm buying. I'm on Fashion Nova every day. New fit every day. Hair look good. Bro. Getting my hair done, getting haircuts. Nigga, regularly. Bro. And then bam. Women started. Ooh, DMs going nuts. All y'all gotta do is just like take care of yourself, bro. You ain't gotta be the most attractive nigga. You just gotta give a fuck about yourself, bro. For real.
Increasingly start finding solace in online communities. Communities that create entire ideologies and theories around why a girl hasn't spoken to you yet.
They're mostly young men, usually virgins, who blame women and attractive guys for why they aren't in a relationship or having sex.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of a good place for content to consume in order to get women, ironically, is red pill. Is red pill content. Ironically, I hate red pill content, by the way. Disclaimer, I hate red pill content. But behind all of like the messed up takes that they be having, if you look at why, you look at the build up to this terrible take that they have, the build up is damn near solid on bro. Yeah, come on, gang. Vortex. Yeah. Theolia. Come on, gang. We could play something. But yeah, a red pill dude would be like, hey, like, um, a red pill dude would be like, you know, you should look good, you should work out, you should take care of yourself, you should go and get some job, go and get a job. People who play video games for more than 2 hours a day are losers, and they are all of this and all of that. And then you'll look at those takes, and then you'll be like, okay, all right, I guess. I guess. The loser part was a little bit out there. But you gotta see where but if you start like feeding stuff like that into your brain, you would low key start like living life different. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. But then they go to the extreme and they be like, women don't deserve to vote. And I'm like, whoa. Whoa. That's insane. Like, but why? You should never listen to women. They don't know anything. What? That's insane, bro. What are we talking about anymore? I don't know.
And if your only experience of talking to women is on Tinder, where your entire personality is compressed into a few images, measured by an algorithm, and ranked amongst millions of other men, in that environment, a new kind of pseudo-scientific religious cult built around facial structures, height, jawlines, and evolutionary biology is formed. And the umbrella term for this world is, of course, the manosphere.
Lately, I've been hitting the old doom swipies over here, and my mangorithm has introduced me to all sorts of new alpha friends, a wide world of podcasters and social media influencers and roided out man cubes that comprise the media landscape that has been dubbed the manosphere.
The manosphere is a broad term that covers different philosophies, some of them much more extreme than others. But there is a increasingly popular theory in the manosphere, and that is this belief that women are naturally hypergamous, meaning that they are biologically hardwired to only want the top men. And they come up with like...
Everybody wants the best they can get in everything. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we putting weird names on the shit? Yeah. A woman wants the best man that she can get. You want the best chick you can get. You want the best job you can get. You want the best car you can afford. You want the nicest house in the safest neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You want your children to go to the best schools. Why are we overcomplicating shit? Yeah. It makes sense.
Rules, right? They call it the 80-20 rule. This is the idea that 80% of women only want the top 20% of men in looks, status, and money. And they believe that women are biologically...
They may want that shit. I think all of us want the best of shit, but we will take what we can get. Are we right? Am I right? Yeah.
Incapable of loving average-looking men.
As a high-value woman, before you say to that man you can have a day off and you're allowed to be sad today, you will only even acknowledge he exists if he's ignored how he feels 99% of the time before that. Because if he was sad most of the time before that, he never would have got to a place where he could attract a woman like you.
So where the fuck did they get this idea from, right? Well, there was some data that came from dating apps where it...
Andrew Tate is a fucking nerd, dude. He's a fucking dork.
Showed roughly 80% of women selected only 20% of the men. And this is one of those things where if you read that, it might sound scientific until you actually look at it. On apps like Tinder, right, men massively outnumber women. According to a 2025 summary of app usage data, globally, around about 75% of Tinder users identify as being men, whilst 25% identify as female. And you know, if you were to like maybe ask a woman, why don't you use Tinder as much as men do? Well, they might tell you that there's some very creepy men on those platforms.
Terry, 73. I'm old, ugly, and horny, and I love eating smooth young... My favorite is 69, although I also love Cowgirl because I get to maul those gorgeous melons. Also, I love Doggy.
So...
What? Bro, get off the internet. Somebody get their grandpa off the internet. He doing too much. He doing way too much. That was OC.
This can't be a real person. That's gotta be like a troll account.
Most women go on Tinder and very quickly get overwhelmed. Most leave. And it might surprise you, right? You know, because in this environment, women have the pick of the litter and they might swipe and pick the best looking men more. But shockingly, this doesn't result in better quality relationships that they report being more satisfied with. Right. Quite the opposite. According to data, relationships that are formed online tend to report less satisfaction than those relationships that are made in real life. It's almost as if women value things more than just good looks. But of course, that would require
for sure. When it comes to online dating, looks is the most important thing because that's all people have to go based off of. But bro, it's the energy. The energy is what really fucking matters, and unfortunately, you can't exchange energies until you're in person. You know what I'm saying? And that's where all of this shit's getting fucked up, man. If people had an opportunity to interact more in person, then this look shit wouldn't matter as much, for sure. But this is the current meta, bro. Most relationships are started online now. And so you got to get your shit together. You got to look good, man.
King to a real life woman. And in the world of the man.
Kind of like building off, excuse me, the whole red pill thing is like everything matters a little bit. Everything matters a little bit. Some things matter more than other to different people. The way that they register people, you feel me? But like, if a girl says she like personality more, right? And then you're hilarious, and then the next guy is hilarious, but you take care of yourself way more than the next guy. You're hilarious and you look good. You will get the women. You will get the girl. So imagine taking everything that's attractive about you and amplifying that times 10 times 100. You feel me? Like, yeah, okay, I'm a hilarious. Okay, I could listen, I could have a great conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not a bitch. You feel me? Like I'm not scared to say what I need to say, and I could say it in a very intelligible way. I don't gotta yell at you. You know what I'm saying? And I look good, and I got great hair, and I keep my glasses clean. You feel me? Once you get all of that, you stack all of those traits up, bro, you'll be straight.
Manosphere, that's a big no-no.
Females who have been emotionally manipulated try and manipulate the men won't listen. That will make the female have more respect for the man. The frame will change. The female's mind will start to naturally align with the worldview of the male.
And like, man, I cannot explain how untrue hypergamy is in women. There is endless data showing that 81% of men and 86% of women will marry by the age of 40. If it's 80-20, the maths ain't working. And increasingly, women are actually dating down. More women are dating men with lower levels of education than them. As well, increasingly, men and women are earning similar-ish wages.
Now, well, fucking my wife, she's a lawyer. Nigga, I got a high school diploma. She's a lawyer. That's essentially the equivalent of like a master's degree plus. You know what I'm saying? Ask her, nigga. I don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Ask her.
But you know, data aside, that hasn't stopped a whole world of Lookmaxxing creators, from people like Face IQ, Wheat Waffles, Austin Wayne, Clavicular, amassing big audiences in which a lot of their content focuses around hyper-analyzing men's faces, showing how much attention they get as a good-looking white tall guy in an Asian country, and then selling height growth pills in the description. Clavicular talking about taking testosterone since the age of 14.
He has a mental illness, though. Clavicular. He has a mental, and he's autistic, actually. Like, literally, like, for real. In real life, he's actually autistic, which makes this shit make a lot more sense. Some autistic dudes, they get really into Pokemon and, like, trains and fucking airplanes and shit like that. Clavicular, he got into Lookmaxxing. Just how it worked out.
As well as taking meth to suppress his diet.
What drugs do you take in a day? I'm taking testosterone every single day. Take 7.5 milligrams of Accutane.
I'm interested to see what this guy looks like when he's fucking 30, dude. You know what I'm saying? He is beating his body up now, and he's been doing it for a long time. Testosterone ages you, bro. Not testosterone. Steroids ages you like shit. Testosterone, when naturally produced, actually will make you look and feel younger. But when you're taking it in the form of a steroid, that shit makes you look older.
Today, I use crystal for hollow cheeks. I'm not a huge longevity guy.
Now, Lookmaxxing, you know, to some degree or another has kind of always been around. However, it has been massively boosted lately, and there is a reason why. The red pill.
Right. When a nerd comes to me and goes, I'm a total nerd, I want to learn game, I'm like, bro, you need to learn more than game. Because you look like a bitch. My girlfriend will beat the fuck out of you.
The red pill shit really popped off around 2021, 2022 with the rise of Andrew Tate, and you had their sort of lackeys, Fresh and Fit, Sneeko, and their whole, you know, kind of general sales pitch was that you need to be an alpha man. Right. An alpha man is someone who wears tight-fitted, muscular t-shirts, who poses in pictures looking tough, buying fast cars to impress.
Hamza is so fat, bro. This man never stopped being fat. How you gonna do the fucking red pill Jack guy look and you never actually get fucking lean, dude? You gotta get fucking lean, bro.
Best other men online treating women like shit and talking down on them like they're children. Now these lot, they were massive for a period of time, but they have heavily fallen off. And the whole thing didn't just disappear. Instead, they got replaced by people like Clavicular.
I use crystal.
So yeah, the red pill's messaging was kind of things like eat healthy, go to the gym, become rich, and obviously treat women like inferiors. And actually, this form itself was also an evolution of the very original.
And guess what? Like 3 out of 4 of those things, I still think pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Get in good shape, get your money up, right? Fucking, what was the other thing? Be healthy, eat healthy. Yeah, but here's the thing. Women are equals. Yeah, just change that one, and you'll get so much punani, bro. You got so much punani because there is nothing that communicates confidence to a woman more than you not needing to control her, bro.
Y'all take the red pill stuff with those red pill dudes are insane. Like, they are wild. And it comes from a place of like pure insecurity. Like, they are almost afraid of females for some reason. It's weird. That's weird. when it comes to the male, like when it comes to male looking at yourself, look at yourself and look at the problems that you as a person have. Oh, I'm broke and I'm fat. Well, go to the gym and try to make some money and be more you know what I'm saying, tough. You feel me? Those all okay, cool. But when it comes to looking at other people, bro, I hate that. Don't just because your homie fat, you ain't gotta tell him that he's a waste of a person because he's fat. If it, if you were fat and you felt unconfident and you felt like a waste of a person, and then you got strong or you got lean or whatever, don't go up to the next person and tell them and project onto them that they're a waste of a person because they're fat. They're probably fully confident in themselves. Bro, they probably have no problem talking to women, talking to anybody. They probably have no problem. Bro. And the same thing with like women. Just because she was born a woman doesn't make her a shallow piece of meat. Like once you get that deep into the red pill stuff, that's when stuff starts like, yeah, nah, cuz yeah, I can't get into none of that. No cap. No cap. That's absolutely insane. I think I'm gonna cut this video into two, so come back for the part two. I think I'm gonna put the outro here.
At a fucking Walmart. Baby girl, I will protect you like I'm fucking Paul Blart. If you try to leave me, I'm gonna crash like a go-kart. All I ever wanted in my whole life was your heart. I can't even tell you where I'm at.